Okay, so for students at home, we are still on section 1-4. We're going to try number 20 together. Yes, ma'am.
Can I move over
Sure.
here?
Okay, 1 for number 20. And what do we have here? We have x minus 6y minus 2x, or 2z, x minus 2 minus 6. Oops, I got it backwards. Thank you. Minus 6y minus 2z.
Yep.
Okay.
And then equals -8.
Negative 8?
Yep.
Okay. And what do we have here? 2 and 18 for the others. And what do we have here? Negative 1, 5, 3. Negative 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, and 3. 3, negative 2, negative 4. 3, negative 2, negative 4. 3, 2, negative 4. Okay, I think that's right.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we have x minus 6y minus 2z is negative 8, negative x plus 5y plus 3z is 2, and 3x minus 2y minus 4z is 18. So, and I get it, it's Monday, you might still be on weekend mode, it's only second hour, so you might be a little bit off right now. But hopefully, if you can't answer this right away, you'll at least understand, where we're going with this. Yes, ma'am.
What I was trying to agree with math.
What do you want to eliminate, the x's, y's, or z's first?
The x's.
I would definitely do the x's first because we have just a couple of them that are just x. Everything else has coefficients other than, these have coefficients, they're ones, but we like ones because ones go into everything. Is it wrong to eliminate the y's or the z's first? No, but it'd probably be easiest to eliminate the x's first. I'm going to label these equations 1, 2, and what would be the easiest way to eliminate the x's? Yes, sir. 1 plus 2. If we had 1 and 2 together, x and negative x cancel. Negative 6 and positive 5 is negative 1y. Negative 2 and positive 3 is positive 1z. Equals negative 8 and 2, which is negative 6. That is not a solvable equation. We have two variables. Therefore, we need a second equation without x. What would you like to do?
2 and 3?
Do you want to add up 2 and 3 right now?
No.
Because the x's wouldn't cancel. This is a 3x. You'd love for that to be a what?
-3.
So you're going to do what? Where?
Multiply the whole number 2 equation
By 3. So, and I'm going to write it off to the side here. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times 5 is 15y. 3 times 3 is 9z. Don't forget to times this by 3. And you get 6. And then I'm going to recopy the third equation just to make it a little more organized. So we have 3x minus 2y minus 4z is 18. Why did you do that? Why is that a good idea? I agree, it's a fantastic idea. Why? What's going to happen now?
That helps you
Eliminate
add it up.
and get rid of
The x's.
the x's. We add these up, the x's are gone. These add up to nothing. I'm going to, instead of writing it right here, I'm going to write it over here. I'm going to stack them. So these are going to cancel. These add up to 13y. These add up to positive 5z. And these cancel, or no, we already got that. These add up to 24. Now, that's solvable. We can solve this now, okay? We need to eliminate the y's now or the z's now, okay? I think one might be just a little bit easier than the other. I would probably say, oh, really, z's? I would probably say the y's, actually. And I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah, because one's positive, one's negative. If we want to get rid of the y's, we got to times this by 13. If we want to get rid of the z's, we got to times by negative 5. It's not hard to times by negative 5. It's just, tomato, tomato. Well, I'll tell you what. It really doesn't matter.
I was just thinking 13 and 5. Well, 5 is smaller than 13. I was thinking about
Yeah,
negative 5.
smaller. That's another thing. So who's right? We both are. But I got the marker, so I'm right. Okay. I'm going to times by 13. Okay, so if I do that, I'm going to get rid of the y's. So 13 times negative y is negative 13y. 13 times z is 13z. 13 times negative 6 is negative 78. You can always use calculators. And I'm going to rewrite the second equation again. 13y plus 5z is 24. Now when we add these up, the y's are gone. The z's add up to 18 z's. Negative 78 and positive 24.
Is that a 5Z?
That's 5 right there. Yeah, these add up to negative 54. Divide by 18, And I told you guys that on your homework and your test, they will come out nice and pretty. You get
Wait.
decimals.
What do we multiply to get, to cancel out the y, like negative 13 on the bottom one?
No, the top one.
Oh.
This is 13. We want that to be negative 13, so we times the top by 13.
Gotcha.
Question.
How did we do z times two?
What we just said right there, we times by 13, so that became negative 13y, positive 13z, negative 78. I just recopied this one, I just moved it down here, that was terrible. Okay, now if I add these up, they cancel. If I add these up, they get 18z. These add up to negative 54.
So, oh, okay, I see it now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And if we divide these out, we get a negative 3. Z is negative 3. Okay, we need to find out what x and y are.
Wait, wouldn't that be minus 13z?
Where?
On the top one, if you multiplied it by negative.
I'm at negative 13, 13. We already had the we were trying to get rid of the y's. This is 13.
Mhm.
This is negative 1. We want it to be a
Oh,
negative
so you
13.
just-
We didn't times by negative 13, we times by regular old 13.
Okay.
Okay. So what are we going to find next? The x's or the y's? We found z. Does it matter what we find next? Actually, it does. Which one are we going to find next? We
The
work in
z's.
reverse. The z. No, we already found the z's.
Or the y's.
The y's. Okay. Because as we work in reverse, we can't solve for x yet because there ain't no x's here. We can use either of these equations. I'm going to use this one. Negative y plus z is negative 6. But now we know that z is negative 3. So negative y minus 3 is negative 6. We add 3 to each side. We have negative y equals negative 6 plus 3, which is negative 3. Now, I'm not interested in negative y. I want to know what positive y is. If negative y is negative 3,
Wouldn't the top one be plus 3 though, and not plus 3?
we're at, like here?
No, because we know what z is,
Yep.
so wouldn't that be plus 3 and not plus 3?
Well, if you do
Negative
plus
y
and
plus
plus
3.
Right, I just wrote it down. Then I plugged it in. What I did was
Oh,
this.
okay, I see.
You didn't have to write that equation.
Okay.
I just wrote it and then I plugged it in so it wouldn't confuse people. And what did I do? I confused you. So, but it's Garrett, so that explains a few things. Yeah, I just wrote that, I just wrote this, I rewrote it. I didn't do anything. I just took this, wrote it there, then I plugged in my negative 3 for C.
Okay.
Okay? This wasn't a necessary step. You didn't have to write that. Okay? But I just,
Wait, so what is those top equations? I was writing stuff down.
This?
Yes,
what I did was, we said, we added these together to get this equation. Then we needed to get rid of x a different way. We chose these two equations, but we wanted to times this by 3 to make it negative 3 and positive 3. I times this by 3 and I got this equation.
Okay.
And then I just rewrote this one. Again, I didn't have to rewrite that, but it just makes it a little bit easier. Then I added them up to get that.
Okay.
So what would y be if negative y is negative 3? Yeah, positive y is positive 3. So
Yeah,
y
divide
is
by 1, right?
negative 1, yep. Or just so you just think about it, if negative y is negative 3, doesn't stand to reason, positive y has got to be positive 3. Then we got to find x. I'm going to use the top one. X minus 6y minus 2z. 2z equals negative 8. Now, got to make fun a little bit here, Garrett. All I did was I rewrote this equation. That's all I did. I ain't done nothing, okay? Now, I know you want to plug stuff in. We're going for it right now. We're going to plug stuff in. Now we're going to plug stuff in, okay? We're not going to plug in anything for x because we don't know what that is. Minus 6 times 3 minus 2 times negative 3 is negative 8. Watch these negatives. There's negatives all over the place. We have x. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6 equals negative 8. Put together negative 18 and 6, and that's a negative 12. So x take away 12 is negative 8. Add 12. X is negative 8 plus 12, which is 4. So the answer is, put them in the right order, 4, 3, negative 3. lot of writing, a lot of steps. Really, really, really simple to make mistakes. Just gotta be really careful. And I will say this, full disclosure right here, one of the advantages I have is I have a great big huge whiteboard. You got a piece of paper. It's a whole lot easier to use a whiteboard. So I'll admit that, okay? So I mean, these are taking up, what, half a sheet of paper probably at least?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I fit.
If you remember when I first started teaching this, I told you guys ain't gonna like this, these problems suck. I get that. Let's try maybe one or two more. It is a long process. One. Let's look at number 21. Oops, sorry about that. X plus y plus z is 4. X plus y plus z is 4. And 5, 5, 5, and 12. 5, 5, 5, and 12. And 1 minus 4, 1, 9. 1 minus 4, 1, 9. I think that's what it says. 1 minus 4, 1, 9. Yep. Also label equations 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so what do we want to do? Yes, sir.
The exits gives two of them.
Okay, I would agree. Or you could do the z's because there's two of them. Either way, tomato, tomato.
And it's
Seriously, it really doesn't matter. You want to stick with the x's? You had your hand up first. I don't
Yeah.
care. Okay, so x's. You want to add any of them up right now, or not? No.
But we can times the first equation by -5 and add it up to.
Times by -5 and add 1 and 2 together. Okay.
Wait, let's just do 1 and 3. And multiply one of the equations by -1.
Okay. Who's right?
there's
If you guys are working together, though, and he does it his way and you do it your way,
times it by
is that going to be a good idea, you think, or not?
Yeah, to get rid of the X.
No, because you're doing it, I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but if you're working together and you're going different approaches, if you're gonna compare work later on, it's gonna look totally different, okay?
No,
So,
actually, the X way is better, because then all of them get
he sees it, this is a very, very, very short one. Normally, I would've said, let's do these, just change all these to -1, but you already see 1 and 2? Times this by, yeah, I already heard somebody say no solution. Times this by what? -5, okay? Are we gonna eliminate the x's? Yeah. Other stuff too, though. And if you can see it, great, okay? If not, it's okay, you'll eventually get there. -5 times x is -5x. -5 times y is -5y. -5 times z is -5z. -5 times 4 is -20. Now I'm gonna recopy the second equation. 5x plus 5y plus 5z equals 12. Did the x's cancel?
Yep.
Yep. And y's and the z's. I gotta put something over here.
No.
0 equals -8. These are fun ones. Now, what would have happened if we would have done these two first? We would have gotten there eventually. Would have taken. You were doing I'm not making fun here. It's an unnecessary step. Okay. You would have gotten an equation, then you have to come up with another equation, and you would have gotten eventually. You'd have taken 2 or 3 steps instead of just 1 step. Okay, which is okay. But all right, let's try one more together. Let's look at 20. Let's see. Hang on. I'll make sure. Yeah, we'll do 23. 23, that I want to give you guys time to work on some of these. 23 looks different,
Yes, it
but it's actually a teensy bit easier. I wouldn't say teensy, but that's quite a bit easier. Okay? So 23. All right, 23, we have 2 minus 3 plus 1. Plus 10 and 13. Hello? And what equals 13? Y plus 2z. I'm going to write them like this. You don't have to. I just lined up my y's and my z's. I don't know, I think it's a little easier. And then, so, this may sound like a dumb question if you look at it carefully. What do you think we should find first, x, y, or z? Yes, ma'am.
Z.
How are you going to find z?
Is-
No, no,
I
I'm-
just know that you're going to find Z first.
Multiply.
Do you know what Z is?
Is Z 5?
How do you know that?
Because it says it at the
It
bottom.
says Z's 5. Yeah, we don't need to find 3 of them. We only need to find 2 of them. Z's 5. They gave you that one, okay? Z is 5.
Plug it into the top.
That's a duck for the boy.
Tell you what,
Then
you
you
said
have-
plug it in the top one? Okay. Can you do better than that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's wrong. We're definitely going to plug it in the top
Plug
one.
it in the middle one.
Which one, the top or the middle?
The middle.
Let's do both. Okay? So we have 2x minus 3y plus z is 10. Leave a space here. Leave a little space. Y plus 2 times 5 equals 13. Okay. Actually, we didn't even need to plug in the top one yet. Not yet. What would you rather? I mean, are either of these solvable? Is this one solvable or that one solvable or neither one or both? Or?
They're both.
Well,
no, the bottom.
the
one.
bottom
Definitely the bottom one, because how many variables do you have in the bottom one? One. Now, by itself, can you solve this one?
No.
No, because there's 2 variables, you need a second equation.
But this way we're
But
gonna.
this way, y plus 10 is 13. Subtract 10, y is 3. Is this one going to be solvable now?
Yep.
Because now what do we know?
What?
Y is 3. So 2x minus 3 times 3 plus 5 is 10. So 2x minus 9 plus 5 is 10. Be careful here. Some students say, okay, put together 9 and 5 and get 14. 9 and 5 is 14. That's not 9 though, it's what? Negative 9. Negative 9 and 5 is negative 4. Add 4. 2x is 10 plus 4 is 14. 5 by 2, x is 14 divided by 2, which is 7. So the answer is 537.
No.
Nope, not 537.
735.
735. Put them in the right order. That was a little different. That was a nicer one.
I feel like
If they
I
would all
spaced
be
that
like
one.
that.
Oh yeah, they're all like that, but there'll only be like maybe one like that on the test. You guys want to do one more of the other type problems, one more, and then let you guys work? And then tomorrow, I'm going to do like one problem with you, then you have the whole hour to work, okay? And I would, if you're sitting right now going, I pretty much got these. I got these, okay? Fine. If you're like, I'm still struggling, you really need to try to do a few of them tonight, okay? So, because you'll have tomorrow to work on it, all day, all hour, and then Wednesday you can work on it as well. So let's try, I'm not going to do number 24 with you guys because that's just like 23. Let's see, 25. Do I want to do 25 with you? Doesn't really matter. I'll do 25. What the heck? 25. Okay, so we have here x plus y minus z. X plus y. Z is 4. 3, 2, 4, 17. 3, 2, 4, 17. 3, 2, 4, 17. Negative x plus 5y. Plus z is 8. Yes, ma'am.
I think we should do.
Okay, slow down, hang on, slow down. We're still, you're going faster than I am. Let's get people catch up here. Jeez, you're going faster than me. You're going way too fast. All right, what do you want to do? Why?
Because you can cancel out the X and Z that way.
Sure, we add 1 and 3, x's go away. So again, I went with 1, 2, and 3. 1 plus 3, just add up 1 and 3 right now, just the way they are? Or do you gotta change them?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. If I question you, I didn't mean to do it wrong. Just want to make sure, I want to clarify. Question. Can you wait till this problem's over? All right. So if we add these up, x and negative x, they cancel. Y and 5y are 6y. Oh, this is really nice. We didn't get rid of the x's.
You got rid of both.
We got rid of the x's and the z's. This is really nice. These add up to nothing. 4 and 8 is 12. Do we need to come up with another equation without x? No. That's solvable. There's only one variable. We want to get rid of the x's. We did, in addition to the z's. We divide by 6. Y is 12 divided by 6, which is 2. Okay. Now, this one's a little bit different. This is where it gets tricky. This is actually easier, but it's a little bit different. Okay, it's kind of like the one we just did. Not quite as easy as the one we just did. But what you need to understand is this. Once you know that y is 2, anywhere you see a y, you could replace it with 2. Anywhere. Yes, ma'am?
So we could do 1 and 2.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 1 and 2, but I'm not going to write that. I'm going to write down, I'm going to plug in 2 for them. Okay? I'm going to plug in 2 for both of those. So, x plus 2 minus z is 4. Now, can I clean that up a little bit before I use the second equation?
Yeah, minus the 2.
Minus off the 2. Minus 2, x minus z is 2. Now, can we solve that right now? No, we have 2 variables. So we said let's use the second one as well. So I'm going to put 3x plus, I'm not going to write 2y, I'm going to write 2 times 2, or you might have written 4, that's okay. 2 times 2 plus 4z is 17. I'm going to skip a step right here. Is everybody okay with what I just did?
Yeah.
Where did that minus 4 come from?
The-
2 times 2 is 4. We good with that? So I have 3x plus 4z is 13. Now I'm going to move this up top here. I'm going to stack these. X minus z equals 2, and 3x plus 4z equals 13. I just stacked them on top of each other. What's that? Where at? At what point? Were you okay up to this point?
Yes.
Okay. Y is 2. So they said let's use the first and second equation. It could be any of them you wanted. Any of them. We use these, but we know that y is 2. So I plugged in 2. X plus 2 minus z is 4. And then we subtracted 2 to each side just to make it a little bit nicer. Okay? Then we did the same thing here. We plugged in 2 in for y. So 3x plus 2 times 2 plus 4z is 17. That is 4. So I subtracted 4 to each side. And then I just stacked them. Now what do you guys want to get rid of? The x's or the z's? It doesn't matter.
X's
The x's? Okay. So what are you going to have to do to get rid of the x's?
times by negative
Times what by negative 3?
x and the whole thing.
The whole thing on both equations?
No, just the top.
The whole top. What if you want to get rid of the z's?
4.
Times the top by 4. So which is the right way? They both are. Well, times by negative 3. Negative 3x. Negative times negative is a positive 3z equals negative 3 times 2, which is negative 6. And I'm going to recopy the bottom equation. 3x plus 4z is 13. Now the x's cancel. The z's add up to 7z. Negative 6 and 13 is 7. Divide 7. X is 7 divided by 7, which is 1. We all done? No, we still have to find out what z is. Okay? I want to use this equation right here. It doesn't matter which one. 3x plus 4z is 13. 3x plus 4z is 13. But what do we now know? X is 1. So 3 times 1, or you could just write 3. 3 plus 4z is 13. Last two steps are subtracting 3.
Yeah,
4z. Did I make a mistake?
I think, because negative six, what's negative six plus
I made a mistake somewhere. No, that's 7. Because I don't, I'm looking at the answers here. 3, 2, 1. Where did I make a mistake? Unless the computer's wrong. Did I write the problem down wrong? Yes. Oh, thank you. These cancel. Has to be 7z.
Oh.
So not x is 1. Ugh, right. Thank you.
That's funny.
All right, so we should have plugged in z equals 1 over here. I'm sorry, guys. So that should have been, yeah, it's better off just erase this part. Okay, so 3x plus 4 times 1. We had the 1 in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. And I'll be honest with you guys, I make mistakes every now and then to see if you guys catch them. I just screwed that up. It's Monday. I'm on Monday too. Yes, ma'am.
What equation are we using then to find what x?
I chose this one. 3x plus 4z is 13. We could use this one, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay? And where I made a mistake was this. I canceled these instead of writing x equals, or I wrote down x equals 1, it should have been z equals 1. So it is 1, but I had the wrong variable. So 3x plus 4 times 1 is 4, is 13. Subtract 4. Now, I will say this, that was an honest mistake, I didn't do that on purpose. But I want to point out, I paused because I noticed that I knew my answer was going to be a decimal. I've already told you guys your answer is going to come out nice and pretty. And on your test, it'll be nice and pretty, okay? They don't always come out nice and pretty, but I'm going to make them specifically that way. All right, so if you're getting decimals, somewhere there's a mistake. So the answer is 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now I'll tell you what, test taking strategy, not for you guys, for this test, but when you take the SATs, okay, a lot of standardized tests is multiple choice. You know a way you could do this if it was multiple choice? Take the answers and just plug them in. You can just do that. So if you're taking the SATs in a year or so, and you're not sure, if you're like, oh, I remember doing these in chaos class, but I hated them, I forgot how to do them, plug in the answers. Now, can you do that on your test next week? No, because it's not multiple choice, okay? Good news, though, is this. Let's just say you're sitting there and you're like, I can do these, but I get stuck and I make mistakes. I get about 2/3 of the way through and do me a favor. Not just, especially on this test, but on any other. Don't ever erase in this class. Never erase. I've had students do problems like this. They'll get 2/3 of the way through and there's a mistake somewhere, and then they just erase everything and leave it blank. And it's like, and I can even see what was written there, and it's just like, you were so close. Don't ever erase in this class. Yes, ma'am.
I got x equals -5.
Negative what?
I got x equals -5.
Negative 5. How'd you get that? Did you use a different equation?
I don't know. I did 3x plus 4 equals 13.
Okay.
And then I simplified it because, I think I had the wrong z and I forgot to.
Okay.
Put something wrong.
Okay. All right, any other questions? Okay, so you have a little bit of time this hour. Tomorrow I'm going to do no more than 2 questions with you guys, and then just give you the hour to work, and then you have all day Wednesday to work, and then we'll see. I mean, I really think that if it makes you feel a little bit better is this. I think that for the test coming up next week, the first 3 sections, sections 1-1, 1-2, and 1-3, you guys are going to fly through that. You're not going to have any problems at all, okay? I mean, there's going to be questions on your test like this. If I give you y equals x squared, then I say y equals x squared plus 4. Describe how this graph looks different than that graph. You'll answer it in 2 words. How does this graph, what's that plus 4 do? Up 4. What if I give you this? Now you got 4 words. Up 4 and
Right, or 3.
right 3. There's going to be questions like that. Like, oh, I like those. And there's going to be questions like this. Okay? So there's going to be some really, really easy questions. And there's going to be some really, really tough questions. And we'll review, so it'll be okay. All right? Again, rest of the time, I'll tell you, here's what we're going to do. I'm giving you the answers, okay? So, I mean, not that I want you to get 100% on your test, or on your homework. I do want you to do well, but I'm not doing this so you get a good grade. I'm doing it so that you know what to know what to look for the answers. So you guys just need to tell me. We've done 3, 4, 5, and 6 together, correct? And 11?
Yeah.
12?
So,
Write these down, okay? And again, I expect you to still work on these. You're going to have to know how to do these on test. Number 12, the answer is no solution. Did we do 15 together?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
no solution.
Okay, did we do 19 together?
Yeah.
yeah.
20? No.
Yeah, we did.
today.
We did 20 today?
Negative.
Okay, 21?
Yeah, we did that.
23? We did 23. 24, we didn't do yet. 24, the answer is 4, -10, -10. 4, -10, -10. That was number 24. 25, did we just do that one?
Yeah.
Okay. 26, the answer is 5, 0, -5. 5, 0, -5. And 28, the last one is no solution. Okay, so you got the rest of the hour, you got about 10 minutes or so, then tomorrow, I'll do a couple of questions with you guys, and I'll let you guys just work. Work together, help each other out. Yeah, hang on, let me take a pass.